is Saturday, November 9th, 2019. We're at the lake, a very low lake. Beach is already in the water. Fishing pier. Hey, hon. This is the view out in front of the cabin. Lake's pretty low. Supposed to get lower. So we're in the Ferry Lands here. Looking a lot different than usual. Yep, sure is. Paul Newman's Cove is no longer a cove. Well, it's kind of neat to see this, but it's also kind of depressing. Better get to work on the poo duck skiff if we're going to go sailing next year. When are you going to start on that, hun?
Gotta find a garage first.
I know. I think that ought to be our priority this week, is to get the garage cleaned out. I'll head out to the hangar and load up the boat and the lumber and get to work on it. Well, the big island is definitely no longer an island. A very high land bridge there now. That's Paul Newman's Cove from the other side of the channel. It's good to video document this because this is probably the first time human eyes have seen some of this high and dry for 100 years. Did you get stuck in the mud? Yeah, you're a little muddy. So here we are on the south side of the big island, and paddling around what I call the Four Horsemen, unofficially named, but a series of shoals out here that got to be careful when I'm sailing, which are now quite tall islands. I wish I'd put a fresh chip in, because I didn't think I'd be filming very much, but man, this is really a weird scene. And that's the cut I go through full throttle in the power boat. The way you're going through that full throttle is in an airplane now. May not get through this. Did you drag yourself through the mud? I did too. So this is the channel between Big Island and the west shore of the lake. What are typically no more than shoals are once again islands. The Elbert Creek channel is on the other side of the shoals here. Again, seeing this for the first time. Even when they built the new terminal dam decades ago, they didn't draw the lake down this low, and when they built the new spillway dam a few years ago, it never got this low. So I wouldn't bet my life on it, but again, I think this is probably as low as the lake has been since they originally started inundating it after they built the original dam. Well, it's also a bummer. When I was a kid and they were building the new terminal dam, you could see the original creek channel. Well, the water used to be crystal clear. And because of invasive species and everything else, the water is turbid now. Start losing the side of the paddle even just a couple feet low. Of course, having the muddy shoreline exposed doesn't help. Picking up a lot of silt and everything else. Anyway. What a beautiful day. Gorgeous. So we're on the east side of the Big Island. And north of the cut, which is now an isthmus. There's the sandy beach. And I doubt we're going to get through there. Just gonna make it. And this is the east channel off of Mud Flats and the Rainbow Islands near Bob's Pond. How you doing, hon?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Pretty cute.
Computer with the thing on your computer.
I'll bet. That's one good thing about me. Nothing. Yeah, there's a bald eagle up there. I doubt it'll show up on this. Yeah, there's nothing you can do to me to make me look uglier, is there? Yeah, even having a camera on my head. Anything is an improvement. So another of my favorite stunts that I've been doing ever since I was a kid is, regardless of whether I'm in a powerboat, sailboat, or a paddle boat, to go between that stump and the shoreline. Now, that ain't gonna be happening again anytime soon. So there's the spillway dam over there. Here's what Michelle calls Sex Island. I call it Intercourse Island. I think it has a better ring to it. But when it is actually an island, it's just a little tiny island with a few trees on it, obviously, and it's not uncommon to see a canoe or a couple of kayaks pulled up on the shore there. And when we sail around it and jibe, makes that bang, then every now and then you'll see a nervous head pop up out of the brush. Probably should call it Worship Island. because sometimes you hear a whole lot of oh God going on. And all the way back down the lake into the wind. Here's the dock and shelter at Cascade, Little Cascade. Spooked a mallard. I like to paddle between those two stumps too. That ain't happening anytime soon either. How you doing, hon? Oh, I thought about those earlier today. Say cheese, hon. Back at the Rainbow Islands. Going down the center channel now. The west side of the islands are high and dry. Well, high and muddy. A lot of ducks. There are a lot of geese on mud flats, which surprised me. I don't know what they're eating. Ever since the crawdads were introduced in here, there aren't any weeds anymore. No weeds, no snails. I don't think there are any leeches in here even. Yeah, that's been lake bottom for over 100 years. So we're on the south side of Mud Flats now. Just coming up on the channel between the west shore of the Big Island and the west shore of the lake. Whoop, sorry, hon. Started cutting you off, didn't I? Say hey, Michi.
Hey, Michi.